You may have seen this video about this 16-year-old girl whose mom got her a Tesla for her 16th birthday, and then she didn't want it. She wanted a pink Mercedes, and she was really, really mad. I'll put the video. This is just a reaction video to that. So we're talking about entitlement, children feeling entitled, entitlement mentality. Why do children actually feel they have to have certain things, and what really is the difference between entitlement and preferences? About, if you haven't seen the video is coming up now, just 90 seconds long. If you don't want to watch the video because you've seen it before, then skip along 90 seconds and then we'll continue. Ta-da.
I don't like electric cars.
Wait, what?
For Mercedes-Benz, I don't like Tesla.
You said you like the electric cars.
I said I like Tesla. I said a Mercedes-Benz. I don't like Tesla.
Well, you gotta like, this is better than a Mercedes-Benz.
It's not. I don't want no car that, if I gotta charge it for it to work. I didn't want that.
Girl, you need to be grateful that you got a damn car.
I could've just been walking it. I would rather walk it.
Right, you should be happy.
You can put the keys back in your purse.
Oh, and I will, and don't ask me for nothing else. Oh, you're gonna be happy with that money.
How much is this?
Girl, open it up and stop being ungrateful, because now you're starting to be ungrateful where you ain't gotta worry about me ever
I never
again.
said I wanted a Tesla. I always told you I wanted a pink Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, why I couldn't get the Mercedes-Benz, so you got that.
This is all you gave me for my Sweet 16 and my golden birthday.
Girl, do you know how much money that is? That's $1,600 for
That's it
16.
for my Sweet 16 and my golden birthday.
Well, what did you
And then
want?
you gave me the truck.
This is the car, it's not the truck, this is the car one. You guys, look.
You can have all your gifts back, because why would you do this? This is my Sweet 16 and my golden birthday, and you gave me a car I didn't even want, and then you gave me little money.
You was being really, really ungrateful.
You can give this to your mom.
Yay! This is ridiculous.
So this is Ronke Posh and welcome to my channel. So let's continue. So, a lot of us are judging this girl, judging the mom, and yes, indeed, there was a challenge with her attitude. There was a challenge with the way that she delivered the message. I posted this on my Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram. There's a lot of fun that we have on there. So so this girl was feeling pretty entitled, and she was really, really mad about having the Tesla. And some people were like, oh yeah, but if she had told her mom that she wanted a pink Mercedes, why did her mom get her a Tesla? Which is, yeah, true. I mean, it's a fact. But what if that was what the mother could afford? What if she couldn't afford the pink Mercedes that she found? We don't know, whatever the story may be. But to be honest, let's even assume she found the Mercedes and got her a Tesla just because she wanted to do that. Is there a better way that this girl could have, you know, told the mother this message other than what she did? So this is what we're talking about. Are you raising entitled children? How are you raising entitled children? So before we begin to judge this lady, let's look inward, let's reflect, let's introspect, let's breathe. And begin to think, are you raising an entitled child? Have you contributed to raising an entitled child? And how are you going to stop doing these things if you already are? So someone asked something really, really brilliant on my Instagram. So she said, what if my child doesn't like onions? Do I just force it down my child's throat? Pretty much that's what she was saying. Just because I don't want the child to be entitled. And I was like, I don't like onions. I hate onions in eggs, especially. I can eat onions and suya, but I can't eat onions and eggs. I just hate that combination. I generally hate onions, but there's something about onions and suya that really works for me. So I had to explain to this lady that there's a difference between preference and privileges. So we must not compare privileges with rights. You know, it's a privilege for her to have that car. She doesn't have to have that car. Personal preferences versus privileges. Personal preferences refers to an individual's taste and opinion about things, including the food, clothing, and activity. So I prefer, so my daughter, for example, Daddy, she likes to dress boyish. She likes to dress like a tomboy. I would prefer that she dresses like a girly girl because she has such a nice figure. However, I can't force her because that's not what she wants. So that's her preference. For example, if someone doesn't like the taste of onion, that's a matter of personal preference. So do we get preference now? Now, entitlement, on the other hand, refers to a sense of superiority. So this girl, you could see where she was thinking, what is this that they got me? And the belief that one is entitled to special privileges or treatment without having to earn it. And these are all my words, by the way. For example, if someone refuses to eat onions, like I said before, and demands to have a preferred food, it can be a sign of entitlement. There's a fine line, very thin line, between preference and entitlement. Attitude shapes it, and our beliefs and our cultures also shapes it. So a child who has always been given everything they wanted but develop a sense of entitlement, while a child who has learned the value of hard work and responsibility, which we should teach the children, may have a stronger sense of personal preference without feeling entitled. You get it? It's important for parents and others who interact with children to help them distinguish the difference between personal preference and entitlement, and to encourage healthy attitudes and habits that promote gratitude, empathy, and self-awareness. You know, I give this example when I'm doing training. I always say to people, if you want to get through maybe a corner, you say, "Excuse me, please, can I get through? Excuse me, please," or "I better come off a road." You know, just get out of my way. You're still saying the same thing as how you say it. So how that girl delivered that message, was it really, really right? I don't think so. Now think about other things that we do. We bribe our children. We give them toys and gadgets that they haven't earned. We just give them. We feel we have to give them every single thing. We give them overpriced tablets, overpriced phones to children as young as 3, 4, 5 years old. They don't value it. They chuck it in water. They break the screen and do whatever it is because they don't value it. They don't even know how to value it. They're not of the age. However, parents, for one reason or the other, including insecurities, will give children these devices, these gadgets, and these children begin to feel entitled. So these parents are probably doing it to massage their ego, to say, "Oh yeah, my child is using X, Y, and Z." However, the child doesn't even value those sort of things. And I can remember when my daughter was in primary school. This was in year 1 or 2. She came home one day and she said, "Where are we going for summer?" And that time we had shortly just come back from England, and I only started understanding the meaning of summer in Nigeria. Summer in Nigeria means that you're going abroad. So I didn't quite know where she would have picked this. Anyway, by the time I did some interrogation and drill, I found out that she got it in class. So a lot of the children, as at that time I didn't know what I know now, they tend to go abroad every summer holiday and every July, August. So whilst we don't have summer here in Nigeria, that final, that long holiday after the academic session. And I said, "You know what? We're not going anywhere." And as much as I wanted to travel that holiday, guess what? We didn't go anywhere. I had to send a strong message that we are not traveling anywhere. It's not every year that we are going to start going. You know, I'm not going to start what I can't finish. So pretty much put that on hold. And then I realized that there were some other things that I was picking up, and I knew that they were coming from school. So I put her in a summer camp in Yaba with a parent here at the time. She had a catering school. So whilst we live in Nikoyi, we're taking her to Yaba. And she even got to learn and now know the rules, other than just from where she is to school, She began to learn so many other places in Nigeria. She now knows a few more landmarks. So I didn't want her to feel entitled, like, oh, she's an island girl. She's a girl that lives on the elite side of Lagos, or whatever the case may be. Because we're all great people. We're all doing, where we live doesn't always matter, you know, as long as it's healthy and it's safe. So I needed to send that message across to her. So we overindulge our children. We want them to be so special, and then we spoil them, they become entitled, and it becomes a problem to us. So we do their homework for them. We don't let them earn. You see, we also cheat on their behalf. We pay people to help them with their homework, to help them with examinations, examination malpractices, all these sort of things, and then we forget all that, and then we come and we judge these ladies whose child wants a pink Mercedes, just a pink Mercedes. What's the big deal, guys? And then we have house helps that do everything for children. They pick up after them, they button up for them, they cook, pack their bag, carry their bag, load it in the car, take it to school, everything, make their beds for them, in fact, pretty much feeding them, grown children. So what are the children learning? You're not helping them to build, you're not helping them to build capacity, you're not helping them to learn life skills, you're not helping them to be independent, to be mature, to be good, responsible citizens of society. You are raising an entitled animal, because that child is not going to be useful in society. That child is not going to be useful to anybody at any particular point in time. So you need to stop doing all those sort of things. Okay, let's give you another example. All those ones don't apply to you. Every time your child has to have a new school bag, Yeah, even if the old one is not bad, every term. At some point, I tell my daughter, this bag, it looks really good. This shoe looks really good. Because we used to, I don't like all the school bag shopping and stuff. So what I used to do, would buy 3, 4 pairs of shoes, her school bags, and all those things they use for World Book Days, and all those little things that they do on the calendar. I would just, maybe because I also run a school, I would get all those things so that she doesn't, she's not asking for those things all the time. Now, because there's spare shoes in your suitcase doesn't mean that the ones that you wore last time that are not worn, you're going to have to wear it again. You don't even need to have new pairs of socks because there's nothing wrong with the ones from last term. It's when it's worn and you can't wear it anymore. It's scuffed up and it's, I used to say when your shoe finally becomes a fish, when it's like, then we can get you another pair of shoes. So we also do other things like shielding them, over shielding them, being overprotective. When they fail at things, instead of us to encourage them, we become defensive about things like that. We should encourage them and tell them to do better. We shouldn't praise them and we shouldn't reward failure. And I'm careful with where I use failure because I don't like to use that word. But when they're not pulling themselves up in certain areas, you should be able to encourage them to do better, not pamper and praise. In fact, when a child does something that is good, you don't always have to praise them. Oh, it's an amazing child, it's a superstar. If they wash the dishes and watch every other person's dishes, I like the fact that you were thinking of others and you washed everybody's dishes. I like that. That's a show of care, a sign of empathy. It shows the kind of individual that you are. Not that, oh, you're a superstar. You start praising the child's person. You know what I mean? So there's a difference there and we must stop doing that. Now, you find also that parents will go to birthday parties. They'll go to schools. They will have a fight. They will want to fight the teacher on behalf of the child. And the child not even asking for it. The child knows they've done wrong. And sometimes you must give room for other people to discipline your children in love. Don't go to the schools and start fighting the teachers. Start fighting and just fighting and just be. Investigate. Find out what is going on. If you have suspicions, go through the right channels. Speak to the teacher to find out. If you have to escalate, go to the head teacher. There's always a channel of doing this sort of things. Don't just turn everything to one big fight. Now, your child doesn't do well at a birthday party game competition, musical chairs, freezing the statues or whatever game it is, and then you get angry. Imagine that. You see parents getting angry at birthday parties. It's so disgusting. You see them at sports days getting angry. Even teachers get angry when their houses are not winning during sports day or something is happening. They start saying, oh, it was it. They just start going crazy and you're thinking, calm down. It's only supposed to be a healthy kind of competition. So we must ensure that when we are dealing with our children, we are consistent with our actions all the time. We are ensuring that we are teaching them the right values. We're helping them to appreciate the little things. We're helping them to earn things. You don't just give them. Let them earn certain things. You've worked so hard this week. I would like to reward you with X, Y, and Z. Not just dumping things at their beck and call. They don't do anything. They don't add value in any way. They're couch potatoes, always sitting down doing one thing or the other. So these are the few tips that I want to share now. I mean, there's so many other ways that so many of the examples that parents are allowing their children to grow up into becoming entitled human beings, and we must stop it. And I hope that this video has been able to help us look at a few things that we are doing. And there's one I didn't talk about, which was parents of young children always giving them sweets and biscuits and treats, shoving it down their throat to keep quiet so that they can have some peace, or just giving it to them so that oh, here you go, just spoiling them, spoiling their teeth, spoiling their bodies, their diets, and all sorts of things. Stop rewarding children with treats. Stop rewarding them with chocolate and all those bad, unhealthy kind of food. It becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. Some of us are still struggling with weight till today. So we know I know what I mean when I say it becomes a problem. So let's try to sort these sort of things out. And I wish you all the best with your parenting. And if you haven't joined our WhatsApp community for parents, be sure to join. I'll drop the link in the bio, or check my Instagram bio. Send me a message to join the community. It's Rocket Posh. Bye.